Clocked out, cocktail in. Let's talk about the work-life balance. Is it even possible? That's number one. Number two, do you ever feel like work is just work, and you have no life? Well, let's talk about it today. I want to help you get a great work-life balance. But before you do, I'm Deanna Darcel. I'm sharing my journey of rediscovering fashion. I'm here to motivate you to be your best self, and I want to share my experiences of working in operations management. So for a long time, I felt like I have just been busy. And let's be clear, I still feel that way, but I have slowly started to make adjustments so that I can get my work-life balance somewhat under control. But know this, you're not here to just work, pay bills, and to not enjoy it. Know that you deserve it. So today I want to break down how you can slowly start to integrate and get your life back and have an awesome work-life balance. Let me tell you about a time when I knew my job was running me ragged. So I had just taken on another project. And when I tell you my phone was going non-stop, day in, day out. There was no boundaries. People would call at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock. It's just never any boundaries. And one day I was just very frustrated with just people just feeling like they can call me whenever they want, people feeling like there's no type of respect for my time. And I said, you know what? I'm going to start putting my phone on D&D. At 8 o'clock, my phone goes on D&D, and I'm going to choose. I'm going to make the decision on whether or not I want to talk to you. And that is just a small thing that I did that helped me to start to create boundaries. But if you're constantly feeling exhausted, if you're always doing things after hours, if you feel guilty for taking your time off, I understand. I'm that girl. I'm that girl that works. It's very hard for me to turn off work. It's very hard for me to not check my email. So I understand how you feel, but that's imbalanced. And for a long time, I thought that that was normal. I thought I had the mentality that I'm supposed to just keep working and never enjoy my life. Or, you know what? I got to get this bread. And I never stopped. So I can understand where you're at. Let's talk about what changed to make me say, you know what? I've had enough. At some point, you're going to get there. Now, the goal is to not run you ragged until you get there, but ultimately it is going to take a mindset shift. You cannot wait. You have to seize the moment if you want to be able to have a good work-life balance. So your mindset shift is going to be boundaries. What am I willing to deal with? What am I willing to take on? What am I willing to give my mental bandwidth to? So I'll never forget this, the feeling of being overworked or the feeling of not having a work-life balance is equivalent to going to Fogo de Chao. So you sit at the table, it's basically all you could eat. So you have a plate of food, right? And then here comes that server. Here comes that server with more meat to pile on top of your plate. More food. And you get to a point to where it's like, what? I can't take it anymore. I don't want it anymore. Please don't come back over here. You feel like that server's only coming to your table. He's not circulating, going to the other tables. And that's how I felt about my job. I feel like none of the staff felt a need or felt compelled to go to anybody else. They'll come to me and put stuff on top of my plate, on top of my boss, putting ridiculous things on top of my plate. And then I have my personal life. So my personal life is basically not even an appetizer. It's a piece of an appetizer. So I don't get much of that. But my full plate is just a never-ending to-do list. And in order to get out of that, the number one thing it's going to take is the mindset shift. So once you shift that, then we're cooking. The next thing is, what is self-care to you? So for me, fashion is my self-care. Getting dressed up is my self-care. When I want to get dressed up, let me be clear on that. Going to get facials, getting my hair done, getting my nails done. Those are things that I have refused to fall back on. Those make me feel pretty. Getting dressed makes me feel beautiful. Having my nails done makes me feel beautiful. My hair done, beautiful. Now, I gotta be real. I have cut back on getting my hair done because I ultimately am just tired of being in the salon. But just wanting to feel pretty is something that I really wanted. And it's something that I feel like it's part of my self-care. So you've got to figure out, what is your self-care? What does it look like? What am I willing? What is something that I'm not willing to adjust because it is about me? Like, I love to get massages. That's another thing. So figure that part out. And then we have practical steps that you can start to implement. So we already know setting boundaries, saying no, or saying, you know what, I can't deal with that at this time. Great example. An employee texts me, her taxes have to be filed. Now, she waited to the last minute, but now her problem is not my problem because you made a decision to wait to the last minute. So I told her, you know what, I'm not going to be able to get to that right now. I will take care of it next week. Did she like that response? No. Did I like that response? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I went about my day. She will be okay. These are the decisions that you've made. And I used to feel guilty about the decisions. I used to feel guilty by not trying to conform my life to their bad decisions. Or I would feel guilty for not helping, right then and there. Let me get it. Let me take care of this scenario. No, I'll deal with you when the time permits. So, setting boundaries, taking time for some type of passion project, or taking time to actually do something that you enjoy doing, whether or not it's walking in the park, whether or not it's putting your feet on grass, whatever it is, taking the time out and really, really being intentional with the time. Creating rituals that separate work and life. D&D. You got to have D&D. If you could come up with an auto response in that email box, come up with that, whatever it is, you've got to figure out what are you sticking to so that work doesn't pile into you. Work doesn't pile into your life. My vote is D&D. Number 4 is learning to say no. We've been saying that over and over and over. Everything is not urgent. I got to get out of that thinking everything has to be done. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So I pile all this stuff on top of my plate over and over and over. I got to get this done, got to get this done. And everything is not urgent. They will be okay. And I have to tell myself that a lot. They will be okay, Deanna. They will be okay. It's okay. It's a work in progress. Let's talk about the challenges, and let's be real. You're going to have the guilt factor. I'm going to say it again. You're going to have the guilt factor because you are so used to putting everybody before yourself. You're going to feel guilty. But you have to set a limit. or no one else will. And your employees will notice that you don't have no boundaries, and they will go straight up past them. Pressure to stay in the grind. I am a victim of that, to where I think I always gotta be working, always gotta be working. And millennials are true victims of feeling like they gotta be part of the hustle and bustle, hustle and bustle, hustle and bustle all day. And that will drive you insane. The hustle and bustle and the grind will be the death of you if you do not get out of that mentality. Last but not least, adjust when life happens. Some weeks are better than the other. Some weeks are better than the other, and that's okay. Some weeks you're going to be able to create all the boundaries in the world, and you're just going to feel fabulous. And then other weeks you're not going to be able to do it. Just adjust when life happens, and don't feel bad. Don't feel bad about, dang, I didn't create that boundary this week. I'm going to keep trying. But ultimately, as I said in the beginning, the mindset shift is what it takes. You have to be intentional about creating the boundaries and about saying, you know what? I am going to separate work and life. I'm going to separate work and life. It's just like saying, okay, that something snaps in your head and you say, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to lose weight. And then you actually put it into action. You put it into action, but let's be real. People do not talk about how many times they start over. They don't talk about how I tried to lose weight or I tried to set that boundary 1,000 times. They don't talk about that. They only talk about that one time that they got it right. But trust and believe you are going to start over a lot. You're going to start over. This week's going to be the week I'm going to do it. And you may or may not do it. But the goal is to adjust when life happens. So listen, if you're feeling stuck in the work cycle, just know that there is a way out. No, you do not have to stay there. Set one boundary at a time. You can do that. And then this week, your challenge for yourself that you owe it is to take back your time. It is key to take back your time. Drop in the comments if you are taking back your time, because it is crucial. And last but not least, please like, subscribe, follow. We are on this journey together. We are on this journey together of setting boundaries in the workplace. Follow me on all social media, Deanna Darcel, and I have had a blast. Ciao.